For those of you who are new, welcome to the party, bitches.
We're partying up with the warden.
And without further ado, I'd love to introduce her to you. Welcome, Jer Ward.
You have great hair. Can I just tell, really f***ing good hair.
Okay, so I'm going back to your first question of the night or day. I have been to many of these. Every single time you have told us the next book and who the HEA is. Even with Savage, you told us it's a brother you've never met before, but his name's Savage. Why don't we get Nala's HEA?
I do believe I have just been nailed in the nuts. And it does sting, and my voice is higher now. Because I don't want to tell you. Do we know him? Maybe. Maybe you know him, maybe you don't. Maybe you do. Sometimes you know people, sometimes you don't know people. And this woman next door is like, who is it? Keep reading? Oh gosh. I'm gonna have to run out of this room at the end of it.
Would you like to sit down? All right, so I'm actually going to touch a little bit on that, and just a yes or no. Is Nala's HEA LW? And then I have a second question. What the f***'s up with the Terminators and Forever? What the f***?
I know, the Terminators and the Terminators. So Forever, which is second in the Wolven, came out, and unfortunately, Lassiter has been such a huge release, but we're going to talk a lot about the Wolven. There's only one more book, and you will find out about the Terminators. But yeah, no, so those motherfuckers show up on the mountain, and I'm like, oh, why are you getting up? Like, I'm like, you're back again? I was like, yeah, no, that whole series took an interesting turn. I'm coming for you. Hi, I'm not exactly a prize, you understand?
I mean, I highly disagree with that. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Quick comment, this is my best friend and her mom. They introduced me to the series when she and I became best friends 15 years ago.
Wow.
So these are my sisters for life, and this is our first event, so thank you for having us. Yes. Yep.
How's it going for you?
Girl, we love it, and we're going to come back. So my question for you is this. I'm a very big fan of the Legacy series that you did. I'm curious now that I know there's a chime jump, which I didn't before entering this room. I'm curious,
Welcome.
That's okay. Are we going to get more Legacy books? And second part to that is, will LW be a fighter, and will he lose his sight as well as Wrath?
Yes, so LW, if you remember, was born with blue eyes, but they turned to green, and so he will lose his sight. He is going to be a fighter. In fact, he is a fighter. And so they now have a training program, and you'll see some of the trainees in the books and everything. But it's definitely, the Beloved is really about Nala, her mate, and Zadist and Bella in the context of the war and shit happening and rage eating and Vicious being a fucking asshole, and like we got Blay and Quinn with the kids being adorable, and there's a couple of jobs added in, and she's like also normal. Yeah.
My husband loves your books because...
I don't want to know why your husband loves my books. I think I know why you're, oh dear God. I've had a couple of women over the years who are pregnant, and they're like, this is your fault. I feel like saying like, bitch, I did not your husband. I was like, I had not, yeah, so. Oh yeah, of course.
Nice to meet you.
Yay! I'm so glad. This is their first event. They said they're coming back, which means they either don't have a very strong survival instinct or they have a good sense of humor. Yes. You have really good hair, by the way.
So I'm gonna ask the question. It's asked every year. Where are our f***ing firefighters? Come on! on, really? Like years. It's time. It's time.
Okay, so I feel compelled that the second book in that series is actually about a SWAT guy. I would like to continue that series. Right now, I've got so much lined up that's BDB stuff, but yeah, I would like to continue because right.
So I was really excited about all the maps you're coming out with, and now we don't need them.
Why?
Are we moving back to the mansion?
She's like, I like the maps, but now we don't need them, so like, what the fuck's going on? Oh, wow. Oh, that's beautiful. She has a really good tattoo. I've decided that I want... Yeah, it does match Lassiter. Oh, wow. That's really beautiful. I want to start supporting my readers who get tattoos by so can you send it to me on social media? Because I'd like to share, if you feel comfortable sharing with people. But I just think they're really cool. I'm not cool enough to get a tattoo.
For my kids. So
oh, yeah?
I was pregnant the last time I was here. Oh, wow. When Lassiter was introduced.
Oh, really?
Yep. So this is that was the last time we were here.
That's awesome. All right, so yes.
At the end of Darius, the whole thing with him and John Matthew, will we see John Matthew regain his voice back?
No. Yeah. So John Matthew, it is a permanent token of faculty, so he is going to continue to be mute. And also, Darius is coming out in hardcover this September, the book is a little bit. It's a little bit, thicker, to be honest with you, and it's a little longer than the audio book.
So
that's what she said.
So with this time jump, are we going to see LW go through the transition, kind of see him be an asshole teenager at all?
No. He's a big enough asshole as an adult. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. Preteen asshole is next level, but I've had enough of his ass already, and it's a whole thing. So, no. He's 33 years old. Maybe as a flashback, but I haven't seen that yet. Yes.
I asked this last year and I got cursed out, but I'm gonna ask again. Yeah. You promised us that we're going to get the twins, like a sales cousins. When are we getting Eric and Avail? When's this happening?
Yeah, so Eric and Avail are, you'll be seeing them in the new books. Because there's a whole bunch of people that are kind of I'm going to just stop myself there before I get in trouble. But yes, you will see them.
Okay, first of all,
There's a lot of going on here.
assless chaps.
I love the
Gold lame assless chaps.
I'm amazed.
Fantastic.
I'm amazed what you can find on Amazon.
I made these.
You made?
I made these in 2.5 hours Wednesday night.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
My daughter lives in Louisville,
Okay.
so I just want to extend my condolences to your husband on the loss of his friend. But I also want to know, are we going to get any more Bourbon Kings? I really enjoyed that series.
So, I can't say anything now, but no. But so, and thank you for that, for real. The Bourbon Kings currently is in Hollywood. And I hope sometime in the next year to have a fun announcement about that. And then what I'd like to do is I'd like to write, and I already talked to Hannah about this, so it's not like I'm outing this without having spoken to her, but my dream would be to write, because that's an open-ended series. And so to write the fourth in that series to coincide with the television show that would be super fun. Thank you.
Yes. Hi, it's actually for her.
Oh, thank you. By the way,
wanted me to
you have a lot of glitter in your hair. And it is fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
She is trying to help me out. I overlook my voice. I do this every time the seasons change. 10 years ago was the first time I came to see you with my mother.
Hi, Mom.
And I won a raffle, and those CDs were in it.
Oh,
And you said that was the music you listened to while you were writing. Well, I took those home, listened to them, and it was like gangster rap. And I was like, okay. Of course, when I'm writing, I have to have silence or whatever, low noise. But I want to commend you for being yourself.
I don't really have a B plan.
No, I understand. And you might think I'm crazy for saying this, but there's so much hatred going on and so much bad in the world right now. I'm a Christian. I have a relationship with Christ, and I just want to say to everybody that you're loved. You're beautifully and wonderfully made. You're wanted. And I want to share that because you don't hear good stuff like we should. But I love you, and I love your books. I've been reading for years, and I love all of them. So, thank you.
I sure do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Well, don't I feel like a piece of shit now? No, but I really do appreciate that. Would you like this?
Yes, I would, lovely lady. So first of all, I'm Latina, and you did a Latina really well in The Thief. So, and she's my tocaya, the grandmother. You know what tocaya means? No, I don't. Tocaya means we have the same name. The grandmother and I have the same name.
Really?
Yesenia.
No shit.
My tocaya. Yeah, so she's my tocaya. When I read that in the book, I screamed. My husband thought that the house was on fire. Or I saw I don't know.
Someone was hurting her in her bedroom when she screamed. So.
Yeah, he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, it's my name. And so anyway, yeah, it was very exciting for me. But you did Latina really well, so I don't know how you did that, but you did it well. The other thing is that you came into my life, or I should say Wrath came into my life, in a time where I was going through a lot of stuff. And you write about trauma in such a way that is not only humanizing, empowering, and absolutely beautiful. I am also I'm a trauma survivor, and I also worked with trauma survivors for 25 years. So when I first read that book and all the ones after that, whenever you write about it, I feel not only a connection to the characters, but to your Rice Krispies. So thank you. And Butch is my favorite.
Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you. All right. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yay, this has been bugging me. Why does Lassiter bleed silver, but Eddie bleeds red?
Because they're not exactly the same kind of angel. There's like layers of angels, and like whether you were born one or made one. And so we can get into the whole, I didn't know how far to go into the angel thing. That's what he said. I didn't know how far to go into it, and that's one of the things that I want to explore kind of going forward. But yeah, right, yeah. Yes. Yeah, she's like, oh my God, me? Yes. Oh my God, look at the pants. This is great. I feel like we should have like costume themes for every event.
So I started reading your books when I was 16 in high school, and then I got Grandma into reading them with me. I just want to say thank you. They came in at such a hard time when I was growing up, and yeah.
Come here. It's okay. It's all right.
I just wanted to say thank you.
Okay. Well, I sure do. I'm always honored. Now I'm crying. You know, I deliberately did not put any mascara on when I came here. That was a very good call.
I don't wear it either. You have balls of steel, woman. I'm telling you right now, as a writer, what you did in Lassiter's book is insane. I am telling you. My daughter has been traumatized by me reading that book and me running into her room. And then you go through the whole thing, and you're like, and it seemed like you were like different ways to love him, different sides of him to make us really fall heart into it. And then you slapped me right across the face. You are amazing. Thank you so much and then, well, Z, I'm still going through the trauma. I have a therapist, but this book, were you scared at all? I mean, as you were going through it?
Do you mean releasing it or writing it?
Writing it. Like when you go, I'm going to be 60 next year, and I've never read a book with what you did.
Well, so in case you haven't noticed, I'm not that bright, so I don't actually think about it. I don't actually consciously construct anything. The only thing that I was scared about is I wanted to make sure, because it seemed the pictures were very clear about how the death was resolved and what happened during the 33 plus years in between. And I was worried that I would not portray it in a way such that the readers understood and were confident that, like, this was what had to happen. This was within the rules of the world, something that could happen, and that the resolution is sound. Like, you know, it's like we're now firmly in that next time, timeline. So I guess I was just worried about like whether or not, because I don't think I did a very good job at the end of Lover Unbound. That was one of the, I fucked up many books in this series, but like at the end of Lover Unbound, I was so relieved that V and Doc Jane were back together that I didn't give the reader enough pages to see their relationship. Like for me, because I'm like got the inside view of everything, to me everything was great. So but I didn't give the reader enough. So I'm relieved to hear that people are screaming in the middle of the night, but also understanding that it's all okay. So yes, okay. How are we doing on time? We're doing, okay, we got thumbs up. All right, here. Yes, you. Is this bad? She's like, me? I was like, well, you put your hand up, motherfucker. Were you looking for a bus? Did you think a taxi was coming by here? Here.
Like everyone else, I just want to say thank you so much. It's my 50th birthday today. Rebecca? Oh my God. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you. I wanted to say thank you so much for your stories because you made it brave enough for me to start writing about 10 years ago. But I guess my question is for you and your editor, now that she's here. Do you, when you write, you answer the one question, you don't write in a linear fashion? You do write in a linear fashion. So then going through edits, when you get to the editing process, do you push your deadline? You don't? Oh God, that's great. I don't know how to do that. I get to the end and I'm like, no, I need to change 1,000 things. So is it a refined process? Is it a refined process that you've done over the years to get to that work? Or
This answer's going to get ugly.
Okay.
Do you want the socially acceptable?
No, I want the real one.
All right, so do you want the socially acceptable, nice Instagram answer about how I make my deadlines? Which is like, I wake up in the morning at 5 and I do some meditation and then I dress in an all white outfit and I do okay, I want to apologize to you in advance for this answer. Okay, so the answer is how do I make sure that I hit deadlines and all that stuff? I am not advocating this for you. I am not advising anyone else for this. This is the disclaimer, okay? Because I don't want to come across as the raving I really am. So to me, a deadline is like a stone wall. It doesn't move. It is non-negotiable. And if I feel like I can't make that deadline, I say the following to myself in a very supportive tone. Quit your bitching, shut the fuck up, sit down, and get your fucking work done. Okay, now I'm not saying that to you. That was not directed to you. But to me, here's the thing, and I say this a lot. chaos theory is alive and well in the world, okay? And it will fuck you up if you drive to work. It will fuck you up at work. It will fuck you up at school. You will go to an event and someone will your son. I refuse to participate in chaos theory in my own life. And so to me, blowing a deadline is creating chaos. And I don't need to do that because I got enough chaos going on just by existing and being a carbon-based life form in this world. So the deadline is the deadline. And so whatever I have to do to get to that deadline, if it means staying up late, if it means not participating in things, nothing else exists except for that deadline. No, I don't know if it was helpful. I don't feel like it was helpful because what I want to do is I want to take a nice silver platter and give you a supportive, kind answer, which is it's okay if you miss it by a couple of days. Your work is really important and all this stuff. But the bottom line is if you make too many excuses, it devolves and you don't get the fucking work done. You know? And I love you and happy 50th. And I'm turning 54 on Wednesday. Yes! So, and I wish you great luck with your writing. And listen, there's no difference between you and I. If I can do this shit, you can do this shit. She's published 2 books. Oh, would you like to share with the group your book? Yeah, she's like, oh God, no. Okay, this is how marketing works. You take your name and your book and you serve it up to a bunch of people. Okay, let's do it together.
Billy Blue is my author name, and Dark Light, and then Wrath, but the Sin Wrath is the other one.
Okay, good. See, you did it. Look at you. Get on with your bad self.
Hi. I have a question going back to the TV show coming up. Which one? The Brothers. Do you have ideas in your head for casting? What kind of look? I mean, of course, we know what they all look like, but do you have people in mind? Or are you just waiting for pictures to come across your face and say, that's it? Or how are you going through that process?
So Tosca is in charge of the casting thing, and she's going to try and get as close as we can to what everyone looks like, you know?
Leave that poor boy alone.
So this one said, I will pay that man $10 for him to take his shirt off. And her aunt goes, will you leave that boy alone? It's like, so her aunt says this, I want to be part of this family because there's just I would fit in well with that. I love that. So Tosca's going to drive that process, and one of the things that I'm kind of looking forward to is sort of sitting on the sidelines and just, I don't know, just being like, oh, okay, we're here, we're auditioning. My best friend is like, I will be on the casting calls as well. No, but that's that's ultimately a her thing. But I'm looking forward to learning. Can we get you this thing? Sorry. Thank you.
Have you? Sorry. Have you ever planned on turning the Black Dagger Brotherhood series into a comic?
I had an idea that I wanted to partner with an artist. Because here's the thing, if I did that, I would want to really drill down, because unlike when you're casting for a TV show and you have to deal with people that actually exist, I think it would be super fun to do that and have them drawn and everything, exactly what I see in my head. So I would like to do that, but yes? Oh, sorry. So yeah, I would love to do that. Absolutely, 100%.
So my question is, as an author, when you have to write something that really makes you crazy, like a lot of stuff with V does, how do you vent and get rid of all the stress that comes from writing things you may really not want to write, or somebody's going to hate it? How do you deal with all that? Because I know you're invested.
How do I deal with the stress? I'm a runner, in case you haven't noticed. So I work out a lot, which I just love. I love that. And I go to Louisville men's basketball games because I'm a huge Cardinal fan. Thank you very much. And then I basically I file stress under the chaos theory. So like if I'm stressed and it's distracting me from my work and my goals, I'm like, shut the up, sit down and do your goddamn loser, you know? Because I just don't, I'm not interested in, I don't make a lot of excuses for myself. So if I'm stressed, well, wham, you know? I mean, there's like people with actual problems in the world, and if I'm gonna get stressed about, oh my God, no disrespect to your question, like, or you, like, no, it's a totally fair question, but like some people say that I drive myself pretty hard, and I guess that's true, because I just don't, like, I don't know, I'm not going to allow chaos into my writing, you know? Yes. I'm coming. Hi, Brett. Hi, Brett. Yes.
Oh, wow. Thanks. She made it.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure I'm going to get to keep reading, but is L.W. king?
Interesting. Okay, is L.W. king? Not when you see him at the end of the book, because Raven has been pretending to be Wrath. So there's actually no one on the throne, but no one knows that. So he is not king, but yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I was first. Well, I'm in front of you, so deal with it. Okay, I know you're not going to like this question, but what did V have to say about you killing Wrath? And what does he say about your iPhone?
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Ooh, bitch went low. Well, I mean, there are lots of reasons why he and I don't get along, and I do have an iPhone, and I actually have 2 iPhones, because Verizon has shit coverage in Louisville, so I had to get an AT&T phone and a Louisville phone. And I didn't kill Wrath. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, she's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. All right.
I almost finished reading it, but it started, so I couldn't.
Yeah, oh.
Couple things. I got to meet you last year first time. Loved it. You broke the cherry and it was beautiful.
And you're
Second off, am I the only one wearing pink fuzzy slippers?
Wow, those are some
Aren't they?
Yeah, those are some
Third off, what is your problem with my man rage?
I don't have a problem with
Now, last year you said that you don't like his sass and you don't like this and that, and now you got him and V in the same category?
Okay. So I have tripped some rage boundaries over here, and I've just had my served up to me. She also informed me that she'd come to her first event last year and that I had busted her cherry, and it was a beautiful experience. We totally could be best friends. No, it's true. And I was probably just hangry when I said those things about rage. She was very offended. Yes.
Hello, it's my second event. So my question.
And you came back.
Yes. My question is, are we going to learn any more about Butch and Manny's father?
Funny that you should Oh, hi. Hi. Okay. So you actually see him. You actually see him in Darius, the hardcover. You'll see him, and there will be more about him sometime in the future.
Okay, so we get a lot of Lash and Davina in the books. And as much as we love to hate them, like, it was quite humorous. Like, they were really funny. And there was one line that Davina said, and it was, "Hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me." And we know she's in her Taylor Swift era kind of thing. Well, on the lines of the eras that we are in, I'm in the why choose era and the reverse harem era and the multiple partners era in my reading right now. And I understand that these vampires are very possessive of their females. Can we please just have a why choose book with multiple partners, please? And can there be piercings on certain parts?
You're a good girl. Okay, just for you. Okay, So, have you read the Fallen Angel series? Yes. Okay. There may, let's see how to put this. Eddie and Adrian may have some things in common. But maybe they have some things in common. Okay? And maybe when I wrote the Fallen Angels books, that wasn't something that maybe was published at that time as frequently as it is now. So I just, that's all I'm gonna say about that, motherfucker.
Hi. Does Biddy become a mechanic?
All of a sudden, she wants to know if Biddy becomes a mechanic, and suddenly I'm getting Marissa Tomei vibes. Yeah, ticking like that. Yeah. Yeah. No, Biddy is very cool, and you're going to see a lot of that. Yes. Hello. Hi.
It's my first event. I drove up from Georgia. Yeah.
No, seriously. Was it any? Stand up.
Oh, thanks.
Is it anything like you expected?
No, it's better. I didn't expect it. This is amazing fandom. Everybody came and dressed up. Your boa was fire. And you wore it too. I remember it was great. I've been reading these books since college, and so these books mean so much to me. Zadis has been my favorite since Dark Lover, before his book, and I wanted to say thank you. And a few people have had questions over there in terms of the casting for the show, and people of color vampires in your show. One, thank you for writing I Am's wife as a black queen. So the first time that we got to see one, she was a queen. I appreciate that. I was very, very happy in my room. And then two, with a fandom this huge and us having particular visions of what brothers look like or what Shellens look like, are you or your the showrunner interested in having a diverse cast? Maybe if not on the brothers side, on the Shellen side, or in the world.
We already had that conversation.
Oh, sweet.
100%.
That's so great. And I'm just saying that as a person of color, and to see representation of people in fantasy worlds and sci-fi genres expand into time. So I wanted to say thank you for that. And thank you for Zadis. He went through something really, really dark and heavy. And I went through something dark and heavy, and I remember Zadis coming out of it and being awesome and a fighter, and I just wanted to say thank you for that. So.
Blessed are you. You survived, okay?
With me to the
yeah! I was like, oh, I knew this was my girl. I knew she was my girl. Okay, yes. Okay, yes, I would love. Oh, hello.
Two things. One, back when we used to go to the book signings in the mall, I asked you, right? I asked you back then if Nala would have a book because I wanted to see Zadis lose this shit. So it's come full circle, and I'm so happy. And the other night at 2 o'clock in the morning, when I got to what happened to Wrath, I threw my Kindle, hit the wall. My husband come in there and said, "What the did I do?" And I said, "It wasn't you, it was J.R. Ward." And he goes, "I need to meet this woman if she can piss you off more than I can."
Oh my God, you should totally bring him next year. Yeah, you should totally bring your husband. Well, I knew that this book was gonna cause some shit to happen. I had no idea how many people were screaming, yelling, and throwing things at 2 in the morning. I'm like, oh my God. All right, we're heading this way. Yes. Oh my God, there's a shoe. Oh my God.
I love my shoes, and they kind of go with everything.
They're fabulous.
So my beautiful baby girl that you know.
I love it.
Who is not here for the first time in 12 years.
I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. I'm going to face punch her later.
Okay, good.
But how does Beth feel about Raven being Wrath? Because I would notice if my husband was missing, I hope.
Well, she knows though. So Raven went to her and said, "Listen, you need to trust me. This is what we're gonna do." And like when Beth threw open those doors in Wellesley's meeting, I was like, "Oh my God!" And she's got the baby with her. And she's the savior of the Brotherhood. Like, I love the fact that you meet Beth in the first book, and she is like a human essentially, and then she really person that keeps everything together. Like, I just think it's f***ing cool. But yeah, so basically, the power logic was so dispositive that Raven laid out to her that Beth understood that Raven was going to make an appearance as Wrath. And I can't imagine how hard that would be, knowing that your husband is passed and then seeing him. Yeah. So very nice shoes, by the way. What? No, I did not say Wellesley is it. No, don't put me on that. Do not put that on me. Well, I did not say that. I still love you, but no.
My Biffle?
Yeah.
We've got questions on this side.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just thinking I'm going to end over here.
Oh my God. I've been waving for hours. Hi, my friend. I have a question. You got those bitch lessers the women lessers in there. They are bitches. During those 30 years, those long 33 years, did Hex and Novo and Pain and what's the other one? Paradise. Did you induct them? Did they get inducted as a sisterhood? Oh.
You're going to have to read now. I will tell you. She's like, F you. I waited 2 hours for this shit. You give me absolutely nothing. But you do understand, and this is what I don't think people are going to I don't have a problem with it, but this is just the way it is. If there are women in it, it's still the Brotherhood.
It is. It's like a fraternity.
Right? Yeah, they are sisters in the Brotherhood, but it's still called the Brotherhood.
But there was hesitation. Like they snatched Eddie Blackhawk by the hair. They were fucking confused. Oh, that was actually. But anyway, they didn't want to fight those girls. You're gonna have to You're gonna have to do it. Yeah.
No, it's coming. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you down. I'm not gonna f with you, because you will come after me and you will be like, I will give those security men of yours something to fucking do. Let me tell you.
Thank you.
And then you.
Okay. I really love how you put like the real world pop culture in your book. Like, we know what kind of movies and TV shows and music everybody likes, but you don't put the other real world stuff in your books, like the pandemic, just all that other stuff that happens in the world. Is there enough? You feel that there's enough shit going on in the world that you don't need to put the real world shit in it? Is that?
So one of the issues is, in the absolute chronology of the book, counting the months and days, if you start in September of 2005, we are actually only in 2007, 2008, number one. Number two, these books, I feel, are... I'm looking at it from afar, not just as the author. All of the human shit is in there, right? Like all of the shit that goes on between people, good and bad, whatever. But it's through a filter of these people being vampires, which allows us as the reader to kind of take a step back. And I actually thought about that during the pandemic. I'm like, am I going to acknowledge this? And so I'm like, is this going to come up? And then first of all, I did the math, and I'm like, well, we're in 2007. And then the second thing is that I think to some degree, entering this fantasy world and knowing that you're safe to just read about fantastical shit, no offense, we all lived through that shit. And I guess I kind of feel like, also, again, the pictures are what they are, the people do what they do, and I don't have any control over it. Yes, you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for one thing for being the queen of the potty mouth petty club. You know, you have proven to me that you can have a potty mouth, be petty, and be a queen, and be a lady all at the same time. Yes, there's no way you can write what you write and not be petty. So thank you very much, because Lassiter is just queen of petty. But my question to you is, where did you fall in love first with the music that you put into your, because I sit back and being a absolute fan of hip hop all of my life, being 54, excuse me, and growing up listening to hip hop, you've put some stuff in your, that I'm like, what is this song? And I've had to Google it, and I'm like, where? Because I'm looking at me and I'm looking at you, and math ain't mathing. And sorry about that. And you've put songs in some of your books that I've had to Google and look at, and I was like, where did you first fall in love with the hip hop that you listened to and put in your books?
So I grew up in the 80s, and I was one of the first generation of white kids in New York. New York. There you go. That's what I'm telling you. It's that tri-state shit. And so I started to listen to urban music, even though I was white, because I was that first generation of white kids. Yeah, oh, LL Cool J. Oh, girl, if he ever wanted a flat-chested, no perimenopausal white girl, I am it, let me tell you. I shirt off, and I was like, now I know what men are. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah. So my husband, who is also a lovely white boy, this is my husband. This is So he always says, "How do you know when I come home in the car?"
She's exhausted. She is done. But yes, that's right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, right. Okay. It's the music. It's the boom, boom. Oh God. And it's a Rolls Royce, it's a Bentley, and I mean, it just goes on and on and on.
Don't. But I think that it wasn't a counterculture thing for me. It was that I had some black friends and that they started to play this, and I was like, what is this shit? And then I sort of fell into it, and I'm a runner, and there is nothing better on this planet than urban music to run to, because you've got it's the beat. Yeah. And so, do you know Bryson Tiller? Have you heard of Bryson Tiller? So I met him about 3 years ago. It was right before the pandemic. And I was introduced to him, and he was like, you're a writer. I was like, no. I was like, the writing. I was like, you are an urban poet. Like, if you listen to some of the lyrics, they're incredibly powerful. And the language, and I'm not just talking about the F-bombs and the beautiful vernacular. Like, I love language, and I love, and I'm not talking about the Ivy Tower bullshit. Like, I just love the expression of it. And so, yes.
And I thought that was it, because the people that you actually listen to and put in music, those artists are not just like what I call the most
Yeah. So one of the things that absolutely, and I will stop on this in about 2 seconds. So Jay-Z's ability to stand the up with nothing around him at all, and he will pull out an entire and you think it's freestyle, but it's not. And I'm like, how the what the is under your chrome dome that you have enough memory to be able to do that? It's astounding, and it's a gift, and it's music, and it's what I love. Even though I don't look like I should be listening, because I look like a little old lady. I mean, really, for sure.
This is your 3-question warning.
What?
3-question warning.
Oh, okay, all right. You're my girl. Yeah. Okay, all right, sorry. Are we there yet already? It's over? This whole thing's how is this over? What time is it? Really? Okay.
Hi, so it's our first time.
Oh my God.
We got you a gift. This is amazing. You're amazing. I fucking love you, okay?
Yes, we love you. We love you.
Love you so much.
Are
So,
you gonna come back again?
Yes.
Was this anything that you expected?
no.
No.
It was worth it, though. It was worth it. It
Yes.
took us
17 hours to get here, but.
the Colorado.
But it should have delayed.
It was a-
Anyways, boring.
We didn't drive. We flew.
Cancellations.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So, anyway, my question for you is, do the leathers have to be altered and let out to accommodate the, or is there a special store they find them in to fit all this?
I wish you could see the hand motions. She is just going, she's like, it strains against the zipper. And I was like, she's like, it springs free. Yeah, well, that's what they make zippers for. Yeah. Is that it? Well, she's like, oh yeah, no, where did they get their pants? Yeah, no, well, Fritz is a doggone of many skills. Okay, yes.
So where in New York did you grow up, or where are you from?
I grew up in upstate New York. I was born in Boston, and I grew up in upstate New York.
Okay, I'm from the Bronx. So.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of time in New York City, and my job is in New York City.
Oh, very cool. So my question is, I know that Fury is a very private person. Are we going to see more of him? Because I thought I'd see more of him in this book because he's the Promali and they're all the Chosen, but the sanctuary is empty. And so what are they all doing?
Yeah, no, you will see more of the Chosen and more of Fury, 100% in the books that are coming. All right.
Hi.
I'm working on it. I need a couple more. I just need like 2 more.
Okay, so I am a child of a millennial, and my first exposure to vampires was Twilight. And so my question is, well, yes, I know. That's why I'm here. And I love you, by the way. So my question is, does Twilight exist in the Brotherhood universe? And what do the brothers think about it? Because I'm curious.
As God is my witness, I have no idea how to answer that. It does not exist in terms of a real world, but yes, the movies and the books, and I think they would say that the characters in Twilight, that their mothers love them very much. All right, last question. Okay, all right, this one over here. So, okay, yep. Oh my God, I was about to seriously throw the microphone. I was about to go like this, and that would be great. Okay, here, I'm gonna pass this down the line to you. Okay. And for sake, make it a good one.
Well, first of all, this is my first time being here. And I got drunk with my cousin and bought a ticket. Just saying. This is my cousin and this is my other cousin. And her golden's name is Fury. Just saying. Yes. Okay. Why the a Mini Cooper? I mean, I just can't imagine. I can't visually see. I mean, my dad's 6'5". I'm like, I can't see that man getting in a fucking Mini Cooper. Why the a Mini Cooper? Yes, that is exactly what I envisioned.
And you know what? My answer is to you. When I wrote it, I was like, why the a Mini Cooper?
Okay.
All right. Well, all right. I'll make my way up here. Do we have one more? You make a better door than a window. I understand that's, he's gonna fire me now. It's like, damn, that is a lot of man to look around. It's like trying to see past a wall. What was that? Okay, great. Okay. Hello? Oh, okay. Oh my God, I know you. Yeah, hey. Okay. Is this who? Okay, yeah.
I feel bad because
Your phone is ringing. Your phone is ringing.
I have a comment, but you can make a question. First, super quick comment. She got mad because I called her the new generation of BDB fans. She said, I've been here since Blaine Quinn. And she said, remember when I kept asking, who's Lou during the signing? And I said, no, that's lube. So I brought her here when she was way too young. So yeah, just that. But the question comes from Liza.
Okay, so Zadis is absolutely my favorite character ever, and so much so that I named my kitten after him. That's Zadis, including the yellow collar. Yeah, but I have a question about something Nala said. Sorry, spoiler, but yeah, I've been here all day. She made the comment that her mother only loves her father. So I'm concerned about that. So I have questions.
So the concern about Nala, so that last scene where she and Beth are in the kitchen, I had a thought. Oh, look. Oh. Nope, still flat-chested. I had a thought about how hard it would be to be the daughter of true love. Like, she knows, like what is your identity if your father is this warrior whose backstory is known to everyone, who's madly in love with his mate? How do you feel like you fit in that world when you have a couple who is so devoted to each other? And I think part of the book is going to be exploring, because there was some tension there, and I was like, wait, what is this? Because this is the way it happens, is I see it and I write, and I'm like, what is this tension? Like, what's going on? And so I'm worried too. I feel like she and her mother don't really get along very well, and I feel like she loves her father, but she doesn't really understand him. And then some other shit happens. And so it's going to be an interesting book to write. And the book is going to write like a BDB book. Like, it will have the same dumbass jokes because, hello, I'm the writer. And there will still be plenty of F-bombs. And all the brothers will be as you know them to be. But it's going to be very clear that these people are now adults. There's none of this. This is not YA shit. This is not like coming of age. These are all adults living their lives. And I have to ask you, you got your hand up. There's a room full of 1,000 people. Well, you and her. All right, so what's your question?
My question is did Little Rat have to go through 33 years without his father to prepare him to be the ruler in the future?
So the question is did Little Wrath have to go through 33 years of not having a father to prepare him to be the leader of the vampires? He didn't have a choice, because that's what happened. Like, all of us don't necessarily have a choice in everything that happens to us in life, so you just make the fucking best of it. And I think that part of the conflict that you see, because it's very clear that there's tension between LW and Beth at the end too. So like, these relationships have been strained and gone in independent ways. So anyway, I hope you will join me for the Beloved Train, which is coming a year from now. And listen, like, no shit. So there I am at home, and my hair is like a fright wig, and I am like about to turn myself into J.R. Ward, because this shit is not what I usually look like. And I saw this woman in assless chaps, and I started to tear up. And I was like, oh my God, I love my readers so much. And I'm like, and then I realized, you've literally just gotten sentimental over a woman in assless chaps. And then I was like, I have the best life in the world, you know? Anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Let's meet again next year. Let's do this all over again.
All right, everybody, give it up for J.R. Ward.
Was it okay?
It was amazing. Of course, she always does a great show.
I was here last year and it was fun. This year, topped it 10 times over, easily.
She was as flamboyant as she always is. I absolutely love her. She's so much fun.